I I think we have go time. That means great evening, happy Tuesday to everybody joining us live, and if you watch the recording, great afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time you watch it to you. I am Coach Sonic Jones. I am super excited to be able to come to you this evening as we do our leadership call. Yeah, I guess it's a leadership call. We're not going to call it a celebration for my birthday call, but yes, we're here for this leadership call, and again, greatly appreciate everybody. I guess we gotta take a trip. Let's take a trip really quick to the land of the people's coach, Coach Sonic. Let's do a tip today. Actually, you know what? Let's do two. I'm going to start with the first one. Um, Tip number one, ladies and gentlemen, stay positive. Listen, network marketing really can be challenging at times, and that's just the truth, you know. But it's important to stay positive and always maintain a super growth mindset. I want you to celebrate your successes, every single one of them, no matter how small or minute you may think it is. A success is a success. All right, and I want you to learn from your failures. That's just the God's honest truth. But as you learn, because we all fail at different times, learn from those failures and keep moving forward. That's super important, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and the last thing that I'm going to leave you with is I want you to really concentrate, if nothing else, but for this next week, on setting clear, defined goals and then be relentless at chasing those goals, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do want you to remember a goal without a plan is just a wish. All right. I'll say that again. A goal without a plan is just a wish. So, not only do you need to identify clear goals, you need to have a strategic plan on achieving those goals. And as I said on Sunday, be Nike. That means just do it, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, don't take no for an answer. And I don't mean just from a customer, but I mean in life and in business. Don't let anybody give you false expectations on what you can or cannot achieve. All right. So go for it. All right. And remember, here's the deal. At the end of the day, your children's children are depending on you and the actions that you actually take today. So set your defined goals and go for them, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, I'm going to beat Coach Will to the punch, and I want to send a super huge congratulations to both Charlotte Whitaker and Kenya Wooden, our newest diamond ambassadors here at Gold Desana. I am so freaking proud of you, ladies. You did it. You were absolutely awesome. And I can't wait to celebrate the both of you in Las Vegas. That being said, let's get started with our leadership call, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be leading this because I'm actually going to have to hop off this call because the manager of the resort reached out to me and set up a private dinner on the beach. So I got to get ready to go to dinner, ladies and gentlemen. But that being said, I have somebody here that is going to take great care of you. And this gentleman has a wealth of knowledge and experience in this industry, ladies and gentlemen. He's been doing this for well over a decade, knows 110% of the information necessary to get you where you need to go in business. So that's the man that you actually want to hear from tonight. Yeah, he makes a ton of money. He loves celebrating each and every one of us. But tonight, we want to celebrate him and thank him for taking the time out of his busy schedule to go ahead and lead us to the promised land. This gentleman loves to have fun, and man, he's just an overall genuinely great individual. So, with that being said, Coach Will Zanders, are you here, sir?
I am here, brother. How you feeling this evening? Thank you so much. I know you got to run. I don't know why I even asked that. I know you having a good time. And no, those I don't know, man. Those chef table dinners at the resorts be something special. So enjoy, have a beverage and a snack for me, and we will catch you on the next side. So I will become host, and I will take care of the end recording and all that jazz, man. Y'all just enjoy yourself, and I will see you in Vegas, brother. Thank you so much for all that you do.
I appreciate you, sir.
Roger that. Roger that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. When the people's coach is away, the cat will play. So let's get down to it. I got a couple of quick announcements regarding Vegas very quickly. We've already talked about the meet and greet on. In fact, you know what? If you can hear me okay in the chat, Put a 1 in the chat. Let me make sure the audio is clear for everybody. Perfect. Thank you so much. I will keep the party going. So on Friday, we have the meet and greet at Area 15. I always call it Area 51. The meet and greet at Area 15. And that is going to be from 8 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. And that is going to, but I'll be there at 7 o'clock. So people typically start to get to places like that early. Again, Area 15 is free to get in, but you do want to go online and to Area 15. Coach Marcus, if you have that link, can you post it? Yeah, free to get in before 8 p.m. See, I didn't even know that. It was always free to get in for us, I guess, but you do have to go online to, I think, like reserve something. I forget the procedure. We'll have more details for you on Sunday night's call once the full itinerary is finalized. Again, Area 15 is a place, tons of restaurants, tons of games. If you just want to hang out and look at cool stuff and do social media type stuff, you can come there, spend $0 and still have an amazing time. If you want to go do, and each thing that there is to do, you can decide if you want to go into that particular art exhibit or that particular arcade or the virtual golf. There's just as much as you want to do, you can do it. But if you just want to come in, meet everybody, take a couple pictures and head out, you can do that as well. But Area 15 is amazing, and there's no other place like it in the whole country. So I absolutely love it. And then the next morning, we have the event. Normally, our events run from 9 to 5. We're going to do it a little bit differently on Saturday. The event is going to run from 8:30 to 6 p.m. So we booked longer time, more extensions, so we can get everything in that we want to get in. So please be there no later than 8:15 so you can come in and get situated. If you want to, there will be light refreshments provided, like, water and maybe some juices or things. I don't know. I haven't heard back from the venue yet if they're going to do coffee, but typically what our people do, you come there with coffee from as you driving in and make your Nova there and whatnot. But we will have some refreshments there. You'll be on your own for lunch, obviously, because it's Vegas. So feel free to disperse and enjoy yourself. And again, that is going to be at the Orleans Hotel, or the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Vegas. So that's going to be great. Saturday evening, once all that's done, there's a dozen or so, maybe a little bit more. You know who you are. You will need to message me on Facebook again, so I cross-check my list. I'm taking some folks on the Strip to the Venetian. We're going to be going to one of my favorite restaurants in Vegas, and I'm going to be taking, I think it's a dozen or maybe 15 people, something like that, to dinner. So that's going to be super, super fun as well. If you are one of the people who won, hold on, can I change this? I don't think I can. If you're one of the people who won the cash prize or the hotel rooms or something like that, multiple winners for all of this stuff, you'll have to get with me earlier on Friday so we can get you all checked in to your hotels for the weekend. Y'all, man, that's a good deal right there. On Sunday at noon, we will be at Dueling Axis. Just in case you're taking notes, we'll be at Dueling Axis Sunday at noon. And that's going to be for Axe Throwing. I know we have several individuals who want to compete in the Axe Throwing tournament that we'll be doing. That'll be fun. I will not be participating, but I will be, coaching. I just don't want to embarrass y'all too bad. And then y'all going to quit the company. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to just be there to, support and make it competitive and help, kind of like the Ravens do the Steelers. We just kind of, just help them be competitive. We don't like getting into all that, So we know who the better team is, And so we're going to do that on Sunday at noon. We should be done about 2. And then I have a very, very, very special surprise Sunday night. Very special surprise Sunday night. So Sunday night we'll be reconvening. In fact, Coach, I can go live in the group to knock that out too as well. But this will all be in the group, the Facebook group. We will be reconvening Sunday night. If you're still in town on Sunday night, we'll be reconvening for something very, very, very special Sunday evening. And if you are a diamond or 100K earner, I got something super special for you. So we're very excited about that. So that being said, we'll have some more secrets and surprises and all that type of stuff. But let me do this. Let me tell you a quick story just to kind of highlight exactly how incredible Charlotte and Kenya are for what they just accomplished in that literally record time. And then I'm going to hop off camera and go through these notes, so we can get this call over with relatively soon. Okay. So I think it may have been 2 calls ago, 2 or 3 calls ago, I issued an unofficial challenge. And it wasn't a challenge, but if you know Charlotte and you know Kenya, they are very competitive, and it wasn't even a challenge. It was a hypothetical situation. And I asked everyone on the call, I said, if you really wanted to, being honest, how many people think that they could recruit 100 people or sell 100 products or some combination of the two in the next 4 days? Like, who thinks can do that? And not 19 out of 20 people, 99 out of 100 that when the call said, no, we couldn't do that. And I asked everybody to be real honest. 100 people in 4 days, recruit, sponsor, sell 100 products. Come on, Will, nobody's doing that in 4 days. And I said, okay, what if I would pull out my checkbook and write you a check for $50,000 if you got that done within 5 days? What if I were to do that? What if Paula were to do that? What if we were to just write you a check for 50? You know what? Make it 100. Why not? Make it $100,000. $100,000 check. Take it to the bank. I promise it'll cash. But you have to recruit 100 people, a combination of 100 people and/or 100 customers to make it 100 total. In 4 days. And then a lot of people started saying, no, I could do it for that. I would find a way. And at that time, please understand that the money hadn't changed hands. That was just a hypothetical situation. The money, there was no, that's not going to happen. But mentally, just the thought that it could took people from, no, I can't do it, to, of course I can. Okay. Now, 2 people on that call decided to actually put that challenge to the test. And that was the one and only retired First Sergeant Charlotte Whitaker, and one of my favorite, not a serial killer, serial entrepreneur, because she owns all the businesses, okay? Owns all the businesses. One of my favorite serial entrepreneurs, Kenya Wooden, said, you know what? I can do it. Okay, I can do it. All right. Now, here's the best part about that. They not only didn't even tell me they were going to do it, they just went off and did it. And literally sponsored, recruited, sold product enough to have 100 active reps and/or customers within the last 4 days. They both hit the level of diamond. Miss Charlotte went over 75,000, over 80,000 in commissions. We just don't have an 80,000 commission banner, but y'all know she is over $80,000 in commissions. We just don't have a banner in between 75 and 100. I think Kenya's over 20,000 at this point, maybe close to 25,000. The bottom line is, these ladies just made a decision, and there was nothing that were going to stop them from accomplishing their goal. They can do it. You can do it. But sometimes you have to just find a way to tap into deeper levels, deeper resources, more energy within yourself. They didn't read a single extra book. They didn't watch an extra video. They didn't call me or Coach Sonic or Coach Marcus or Paula, anybody, for no advice or tips. They realized in that moment that they had everything they needed to become the next diamonds in this company, and do it in record time. Okay, 4 days. I mean, come on. So the fact that it can be done and that they simply made a decision to do it should inspire you. It should not intimidate you. They just got out there and did it. Like Coach Sonic says with Nike, just do it. No, they really got out there and did it, and the results speak for themselves. And again, they'll be in Vegas, and of course, we'll be asking all kind of wonderful questions from these young ladies about just the type of mindset, energy, fire, and no quit attitude to say they're going to get it done and to keep their promises to themselves. So kudos to you ladies again, absolutely phenomenal. Cannot wait to present them with their diamond rings in Vegas. It's going to be an absolutely incredible time. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me hop off camera, pull up these notes, and we will get this underway. Please get your pens together. I don't anticipate this being one of those super long calls, but it will be a tremendous amount of information. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. And as I'm pulling these notes up, I'm gonna tell you a quick funny story. Back when I was in network, just to tell you what happens when you become successful in network marketing. I remember when I was in law enforcement, I got out of law enforcement. I just retired in network marketing, and all kind of people that were in law enforcement were really, the people who didn't join me, because several people who joined with me retired right around the same time as me. And because they were doing the network marketing business with me at that time. And all of them, to my knowledge, are still retired. I don't think anybody's went back to work. They may not necessarily be actively involved with our company, but they did what they needed to do. And when I switched companies, when that company closed, some came, some didn't, and that's the nature of the game. However, there were rumors going around. This is after, I didn't hear this till after the fact, where people were saying that I was an actual serial killer, which is always why I call people serial entrepreneurs. And I always make the serial killer joke, not because that's funny, but because I was actually accused by people at other companies and other teams and other marketing companies saying, no, don't join that Will Zanders guy. He got fired from the police because he murdered some people. This is a true story, by the way. This is what really people saying. Because he murdered some people, and the only reason he didn't go to jail is because he was the police, so he had connections. But that guy's a serial killer. You shouldn't work with him. And I kid you not, years later, I would hear people say, man, you won't believe what those folks were saying about you. And I'm like, man, it's hilarious. But I can tell you two things. Number one, they never said it to my face, whoever they were. And then number two, I was like, if you heard it, why did you not defend me in their absence? Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, defend me in my absence. So that's something that you'll know. That's something that'll happen to you for sure. When you become successful, there'll be all kind of crazy rumors and this and that and the third. And people oftentimes will watch you succeed and watch you win, and they will simply not be able to resolve the fact within themselves that you're successful because of what you're doing. They're not successful because of what they're not doing and the work they're avoiding. So they'll make up all kind of excuses about why you're successful and why they're not. And worst case, if you really become successful, you're going to have another group of jokers who's literally going to try to spread rumors, lies, and gossip about you to try to undermine your success and get people to join them instead of you, or leave your team or whatever. And I can tell you personally, I've heard it all, seen it all, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, can stop your success other than you, okay? And the bottom line is, that's what it says in the book of Matthew, according to your faith shall it be done unto you. And when you really understand that verse, when you understand that verse at a deeper level, according to your faith shall it be done unto you, nobody, absolutely, they didn't get paid no money for that. Yeah, they still broke, from what I understand. But when you understand that, nothing anybody says can ever truly derail God's will for your life, provided you're in line with that. Okay, so God is going to give you free will. We talked about it in the last call. But when you understand, according to your faith, shall it be done unto you, you're going to be the number one determining factor in your success, period, point blank. And that is wisdom of the ages success principle for millennia. Okay, so no matter what anyone else says or does, as long as you have faith in you, and faith without works is dead, so you do have to act according to your faith, you're still going to win no matter what. And I'm living proof of that. So that being said, let's dive into the work. We're going to be talking about the 80-20 principle tonight, but we're going to really take the 80-20 rule, the 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle, and we're going to take it to a much deeper level. Now, for those of you who are new, the 80-20 rule simply states that in most industries, sports teams, even in as far as genetics and vegetation, okay, 20% of the work equals 80% of the results. For example, at any company, 20% of the workers at that company are responsible for 80% of the revenue of that company. With sports teams, 20% of the players in the NBA are responsible for scoring 80% of the points. 20% of the actors in Hollywood get 80% of the money. All of that stuff is true. It's true in network marketing. 20% of the network marketers get to split up 80% of the money generated. And conversely, 80% of the network marketers get to fight over 20% of the money. So that's why you always hear us talk about being in the top 20% of whatever you do. 80% of network marketers never get on calls or Zooms like this. So I want to commend everyone on this Zoom, even though I know you've got a bunch of stuff, other stuff you could be doing. I want to commend you for engaging in top 20%er behavior by being on this particular call. You're moving in the right direction. Now, in order to become very successful in network marketing because we have it down to a science at this point. There's so many six-figure earners in our organization now, and so many people that are coming right behind them at 5 and 10,000 and 20,000 and 25,000 and 40 and 50,000 and 75,000, that we can see the next generation of six-figure earners coming right down the pipe. They're literally on this call. Most of them will be in Vegas. We're watching it happen. And for those of you who are brand new to the team or brand new to these calls, you can plug into the system just as they've done, and you can start positioning yourself to be part of the next wave of people who make $100,000 or more in network marketing. Now, the 80-20 principle is going to take the following numbers and we're going to really break it down. And this is going to be of great value to the busy people. All right. In order to become a six-figure earner in network marketing, here is the formula. And again, I'm not making any income claims here. We work hard, so we make money, and we make really good money. You might not work hard, so you may join and make no money. But for the top 20% of people who really want to work, who really want to get it done, here is what I typically recommend, scientifically speaking. If you want to become a six-figure earner in network marketing, and you already have a full-time job and a family and need to work this business part-time, I politely recommend that you work 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay, if you work 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, on average, okay, it takes 3 to 5 years to become a six-figure earner in network marketing. Okay, and if you take the average of 3 and 4, take the average of 3 to 5 years, that's going to be 4 years, just like college. So let's refine that statement. All right, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for 4 years, just like college, and you should be, by all practical accounts, a $100,000 earner on an annual basis. This is just what it should be. And the bulk of that, as Coach Marcus shows us on Saturday mornings with the Franchise Factor, the bulk of that action happens in the last year. Years 4 and 5 is where the money really gets good. Okay, so just understand that. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, 3 to 5 years on average. So we're going to take the 4 years, all right? Because that's the average of the average, all right? Now, it's going to be the same thing at the gym, all right? Honestly, there's just simply no way. The 80-20 rule applies even at the gym. Okay, if you look at how much you work out, for all my athletes on here, all my people achieving your fitness goals, 20% of your results at the gym come, 20% of the time you spend at the gym generates 80% of the results. Well, how is that possible? Because when you walk in the gym, you're not doing anything. Okay, when you're riding the bike and stretching, drinking your water, getting your tennis shoes tied up, that takes 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then you're going to go exercise and do a set of exercise. And I don't care if it's a set of 60 sit-ups or 10 repetitions on the bench press, that is going to take probably 20 seconds or so, 20, 30 seconds worth of work. Then you're going to rest for at least 2 or 3, 4 minutes in between the next set. So all of that empty time, that you're not actually working out, not actively lifting a weight, or not actively doing a pull-up or a sit-up or a crunch or riding a bike, doing a sprint, all of that empty time where you're resting and recuperating, that is literally getting you 20% of your results. It's that little bitty time. If you do 3 sets on the bench press, 3 sets of 8, that should take you maybe a total of 60 seconds total, 20, 30 seconds a set. That minute that you spent lifting weight on the bench press, that minute is going to get you 80% of your results in that area, in the fitness, strength, muscle, area. So it's the same thing at the gym, same thing in network marketing, same thing in life. 20% of the work gets you 80% of the results. So if we really were to break it down, all right, if we were to take that time, that 2 hours a day, all right, and we take that 2 hours a day and we go ahead and multiply that 2 hours a day times 20 days a month, because we take off on weekends. So you're working 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, okay? If you take that time and multiply the 2 hours a day times 5, that's 10 hours. There's typically 4 weeks in a month. That's going to be 40 hours. So ladies and gentlemen, there are 40 hours a month is what it takes for you to become successful in your network marketing business. That is going to be 1 work week. Okay, so if you can take 1 work week per month to dedicate towards your network marketing business and spread that work week out over the 20 days, 30 days, you're going to be good. Now, here's something for my busy people, because a lot of people, when I first started in this industry, I worked 4 hours a day because I wanted to retire in 6 months, which I did. Okay, some people do not have 4 hours a day, and mentally they can't make the commitment to do 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and spend time with the family on weekends and things like that. They just can't wrap their mind around that time commitment, but they can wrap their mind around a time commitment at work. It's very strange. But that being said, let's give them something that they can do, and we can apply the 80-20 rule. All right, we're going to apply it again. So if we take those particular numbers, 40 hours a month, all right, is all it takes, 40 hours a month. And with that 40 hours a month, we're going to go ahead and take 20% of that. All right. And 20% of that is going to be 8 hours. So 20%, that gives the 20% of time that gives you 80% of the results is 8 hours a month. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't dedicate 8 hours a month to your network marketing business, well, you probably won't be successful. I got to shoot you straight. All right. Now, here's the trick with the 8 hours. Oh, well, that's just 1 day. That's just 1 work day. Here's the thing. It's going to be a lot better for you to split that 8 hours up, okay, over the course of the month. Split that 8 hours up over the course of the month, because it's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym for 8 hours in one day a month and then go back the next month, that's not going to get you a whole lot of amazing results. But if you take that 8 hours, okay, and you go ahead and break that 8 hours down, all right, over the you take that 8 hours and you multiply it times 60. So now we're dealing with 480 minutes. Okay, you take that 8 hours, you multiply it times 60, you're dealing with 480 minutes. If you divide the 480 minutes, all right, by your 20 work days, okay, because you're still working Monday through Friday, you are down to 24 minutes a day. You can take off weekends, 24 minutes a day. Now, let's really unpack that, because it is really that simple, but I want to make sure that you understand what that entails for my really busy people, okay? 24 minutes a day, 5 days a week, all right, for 4 years, is the 20% of time that gets you 80% of the results. I need to be very clear about that. Well, we'll really break that down, because it can't be that easy. Well, let me explain to you. I didn't say it was easy. I said it was simple, okay? Because if you're going to spend first of all, let me say this before we move on. Does it make sense that 24 minutes a day is 20% of the time that it takes to get 80% of the results? Did anybody lose me in the math? I want to make sure I didn't lose anybody in the math. We're just applying the 80-20 rule. Okay. Now, here's the point. Here's the point. That 24 minutes a day needs to be spent doing the network marketing activities that generate the most bang for your buck. So if you look at all the things that you can do in network marketing, now you want to take 20% of those, and that 20% of network marketing things is what you want to do. Yes, Jessica said it, IPAs. Okay, so you need to spend that time doing income producing activities. Now, what is the #1 income producing activity in network marketing? Out of all the network marketing skills, you got the 20% of them that make money. But out of all those network marketing skills, we got 20-some skills. What is the #1 income generating skill in network marketing? Okay, now right there. So Richard said talking to people. Well, yes, that's going to be correct. But Belinda said, who said recruiting? Belinda said recruiting. Yes, recruiting. Recruiting even more than retailing, okay, is going to be the #1 income generating activity in network marketing. But here's the point. So if you look at recruiting, recruiting is a process. Okay, hear me out. You're really going to see this 80-20 rule different. Recruiting is a flow. Recruiting is a process. Recruiting consists of finding a lead, generating a lead, prospecting them, inviting, presenting, closing, following up when necessary. Okay, all of that, several steps. Out of all those steps in the recruiting process, what is the one piece of the recruiting process that generates 80% of the results? So we're going to fine tune it even more. Okay, nope, not closing. Good guess though. Not rapport. Nope, nope, not rapport. Not following up. Nope. Inviting. Thank you, Coach Marcus Jones. Inviting. Listen, inviting is out of the network marketing skills that you got to use. Inviting is going to be the golden gateway that generates you the most bang for your buck 100%, because sometimes you don't have to generate a lead. Sometimes you already know people. You see them out every day. You got the 3-foot rule, coworkers. Sometimes you already got the lead. Sometimes you don't have to prospect the lead. Sometimes you don't even have to generate rapport because you already have it. Sometimes you don't even have to present. You can just invite, and the presentation may be a recording that they can watch in their own leisure. You don't need to spend your 24 minutes a day presenting. You wouldn't be able to do but half a presentation or one presentation, okay? You would have to literally send them a video or a third-party tool, or invite them to a meeting so the presenting somebody else can do that, okay? If the presentation is good enough, you don't even have to close. I've sent people industry validation videos, and those videos are so good. At the end of the video, the person doing the video said, get back with the person who invited you to check this information out. And the people called me right back and said, I'm ready to join. I'm like, hey, I'm ready to go get it. So sometimes you don't even have to close or follow up. Okay. So inviting. So ladies and gentlemen, you want to spend 24 minutes of your day inviting. Okay, inviting. Now you can spend 4 minutes checking the Facebook group, seeing what's going on, maybe enrolling someone into the business, obviously. But yeah, they were at the right time in their life, exactly. But inviting is what you want to spend that 24 minutes a day doing. Now let's go a little bit deeper into how to really make this 24 minutes a day, 5 days a week work. Okay, you can always follow up if necessary on the weekends, but the 24 hours a day, if you do it right, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you will not have to follow up at all. Okay, you can send a link and people will sign themselves up. But again, you got to do the inviting. Now, hear me out. In order to be able to spend 24 minutes a day inviting, you have to be very good at the following things. And I'm going to get into those right now. Number one, Kosonic mentioned this. It happened to be in my notes as well. Number one, if you want to really work the 24-minute a day system, and for the record, you can always do more. And also for the record, will other people who work more than you make more money than you faster? Well, yes, but we're not talking about them on this call. We're talking about the people who think they don't have the time, but you really do. All right, 24 minutes a day, 5 days a week is the 20% of time. And if you spend it inviting, it is the 20% of skill, the 20% of activity that generates 80% of the results. All right. And then when you are successful at this over time, you can retire from one of the 2 or 3 of those part-time jobs you work in, and then you can start working 2 to 4 hours a day like the big boys and girls. All right. So number one, in order to make that system work, you have to have your goals identified. And let's unpack the goals right quick. Goals can have several steps to it. I'm going to give you some steps right now and this is all underneath goals. I'll tell you when we're switching to a new topic. But underneath goals, a lot of people set goals. They write down their 20 reasons why and things of that nature. 20% of people will do that. But a lot of times people goals, they won't be motivated to achieve those goals. And this is what I found over time. This is what you need to have goals that motivate you enough to become successful. You can't take my goals. You have to have your own goals. Leaders have really strong personal reasons why they're working the business. Okay. So underneath goals, you have to have the dream. Okay. You got to have the dream. And the dream is something that you have to create for yourself. That is a vision that you have for your life and your family's life, and a vision of the life that you want to live. You got to have a dream. And that's A. If you don't have the dream, that's a problem. B, because the Bible says without a vision, the people will perish. You got to have a crystal clear vision for your life. When you close your eyes, you can see it as clear as you can see day. And you got to have that. B, you have to have an understanding that there will be a fight prior to achieving that dream. There will be some type of fight, some level of sacrifice. You're going to have to throw work-life balance out the window for a little while. You might lose some friends. You might have some arguments with some people. You may have to cut some people off and burn the bridge because they ain't supporting you. And listen, there's going to be a fight for you to achieve your dream. Okay. And the bigger your dream, the bigger the fight is going to be, the harder it's going to be. Okay. C, you have to, once you've written down your goal, your dream, and you understand at B that there's going to be a fight, you have to go to C. Make sure the goal lines up with your color personality type. Put a star by this. This is where a lot of people go wrong. A lot of people go wrong on this area because they do not line the goal up with their color personality type. If you're a red color personality type predominantly, and your goal has nothing to do with success, recognition, or becoming the next $250,000 earner and getting the diamond ring presented to you in Las Vegas, coming to the private diamond 100K function and things like that. If your goal, that is a goal that would resonate with a red personality type, but not a yellow personality type. Okay, you have to make sure that your goal resonates with your color personality type. If you are a yellow personality type, your goal needs to be revolving around helping people. How much money can you tithe? Okay, if you make a bunch of money and retire, you get to make a lot of wealth. You become wealthy. I'm still trying my best to stop using the word money. If you become super duper wealthy, okay, you can retire from your job early, and you're helping somebody because then a new person who really needs that job can get it to help support their family. So you're helping somebody when you retire, and you can not only tithe more when you make more money, you can actually have more free time. And you can donate time working at the shelters and donating your time to charitable causes. Okay, Charlotte Whitaker does a ton of charitable work around the community because she's happily retired. Okay, so just understand that the goal has to resonate with your personality type. So if a red personality type is motivated by money, recognition, and competition, and a yellow personality type is motivated by motivated by helping people and being more helpful and donating to charitable causes and things of that nature. What motivates a green personality type, ladies and gentlemen? What motivates a green personality type? What's their keyword? Their goals have to revolve around what? A green personality type. Yes, information, structure, research, data, scheduling. Okay, a green personality type might have a goal that says, if I can work X amount of hours, X amount of days, and talk to X amount of people based on the tangent and the average rate of return for people joining this particular company, I really need to get with Coach Marcus to see what those numbers are. I need to get with Coach Will so I can see, what the exact numbers are. And if I do those numbers from exactly the time of 4:30 p.m. to exactly 4:54 p.m., I should be able to generate this amount of residual income, and I should be able to now schedule a trip to go to Hawaii. But I'm going to look statistically online and see when are the lowest prices of Hawaii to fly, and what is going to be the most affordable airline. And I'm probably going to figure out a strategy and a system so that I can schedule. They are just going, they got to math it, they got to schedule it. It has to be planned. They have to, thank you, babe. They got to track the metrics. They have to literally plan and structure the entire thing. Okay, exactly how many miles is it? Do I need to rent a car? Can I do an Uber? Let me in fact see the amount of people in this area so I can calculate the Uber density, the density of people, so I can calculate how many lifts are going to be available at the approximate time that my flight lands. Like, their goals are going to be something like an engineer would do, but they are going to love it so much. Okay, now my goal when I come out, I'm a red personality type. I want to be the first six-figure earner ever in Go Designer, period. That's just one of my goals I set for myself. I don't have all the details. I don't even care how it works. It's just gonna happen. That's me. A green personality type could have the same goal, okay, but they have to do it differently, because Marcus says right there, the system is only 96 hours a year. A green personality type would flip over that statement. That statement is worded. Can y'all tell that Coach Marcus has some green personality type in him? Look what Coach Marcus said. The average person works 2,080 hours a year. Coach Marcus has been doing calculations while we on the phone, which is why he's so good at what he does. He developed and really, we brought the concept out together. He's really developed and made amazing the franchise factor. It is a systemized, duplicatable 4-step process that repeats once every 4 weeks. That is all super green behavior, but that's how his goals are structured because he understands what's going to motivate him and he doesn't have to change who he is to get the same, if not better results than I get. Our goals can be the same, but they have to resonate with our stuff. Yeah, you see right there, I'm red, but work with a lot of green personality types on the job. Y'all look, Coach Marcus is red and green. I don't care what he said. Coach Marcus red and green. He a multimillionaire, so we know he red. But he got them videos down to us. Y'all, he don't want to admit that he red and green. See, I'm red and blue. I'm super unorganized. I love to travel. I'll hop on a road trip and drive 20 hours if it's somewhere I want to go on a whim. On a whim. So I'm red and blue. Okay. It doesn't matter what color personality type you are, you can still be successful at it. Okay. Still be successful at it, but you will have to take your goals and make sure that they resonate and connect with your color personality type. So just understand that. Jessica has a great question. Does the color personality type change over time? All of us, everybody has a bit of all four. Let me just be clear. Everybody has a bit of all four. Francine says she's yellow and blue, love the party. I wish she was going to be in Vegas. I tell you what, I wish she was going to be in Vegas. But she's in a whole other country right now. Okay. But here's the point. Everyone has a little bit of the color personality type, and those 4 colors that you are most of don't change. But there's typically a more dominant color, maybe 1 or 2 colors that are really just more pronounced and more easily visible, more easily recognizable to other people, okay? And to yourself. But all the colors are equally awesome. And that's just how it is. For example, Paula Scarcella is red and yellow. I've never seen such a thing. Okay, Paula is super money motivated, but has a heart for people that I can't even, it's amazing, okay? Alexandria Brighton, in our conversations together, I identified that Alexandria Brighton is yellow and green. She's already wealthy. She doesn't have to be wealthy. She was never in it for that. She was in it to help people and truly loves the scientific aspect of bringing essential oils and that science to the Western world. It's amazing. So no matter what your combination is, I don't care if it's yellow, blue, red, green, pure yellow, all the way green, whatever, you can be successful. But that's the thing with the goals. So and this is all underneath goals, okay? And we've covered all the, and last but not least, the blue personality types. They're going to be super fun oriented. They love to travel, love to party. Yes, Shauna Jackson for sure. The ultra blue. Shauna don't miss an event. She loved refereeing basketball games. It's a big old party. And basketball games, as a referee, you get a lot of attention because you're the ref. People always looking to you for direction and to control the pace and scope of the game. A green personality type would hate being a referee because everybody's staring at you and all these people are talking to you. Sometimes they cheering you on, talking about great call. Other times they talking crazy to you. Okay, she says she just got home from doing 3 games. Exactly. So being a referee, you can tell, and then referees are very helpful as well. Okay, that's going to be Shauna's personality type. So here's the thing. A is you got to have a dream. B, understand that you got to fight for your dream and that the size of the fight equals the size of the dream. Okay. C, you have to make sure that your goals resonates with the color personality type, period. Yeah, you will never see a green referee. A green referee they do not like being around all them people. They do not like that at all, okay? Green is introvert, engineers, librarians, all right? Now, the D is gonna be values. So this is where people typically mess up with their dreams, with their goals. The dream part they got down, all right? The fight part, that's easy for them to understand. The color personality type part, that is something most people don't understand, that you have to craft your goal in conjunction with your color personality type. And then D is going to be your core values. Your color your goal has to not only line up with your color personality type, You have to line up, okay, your goal with one of your core values in life. And not what's tonight, Tuesday, Sunday night, we'll be doing the exercise where we list all the core values, okay? And we're going to talk about how to identify what they are. But just in case, just to give you a heads up on what some of them are, some of the core values are going to be fun, obviously, family. Okay, another core value is going to be relationship with your partner. Okay, that's a different core value. Relationship with your partner romantically is a different core value than I'm all about family. Okay, those are actually related, but they're different. Another core value is freedom. That's mine. My core value is freedom. Okay, another person's core value is financial security. It can be related to freedom, but they're not the same. Another person's core value, okay, is looking good. Some people gotta look good. I got a cousin like that in California. Okay, my cousin Terry, she ain't never stepped out the house not looking fabulous. She's like 60 now. It don't even matter. She's the best dressed, classiest, dolled up 60-year-old you will ever see. And her husband just couldn't be prouder. Okay, but that's not his core value. He's a social butterfly. His core value, one of them is fun. Okay, another core value is going to be, you got people look good, then you got one that's being rich. But being rich is not necessarily freedom. It can be related to freedom, kinda. It can definitely be related to financial security, but financial security is a different goal than being rock star rich. They're related, but they're not the same. Another core value that some people have, okay, is going to be spirituality and or personal development on a spiritual level. Okay, sometimes just I'm not saying everybody can't, love God the same, but I'm just saying some people, that is their identity. Okay, someone who's going to go into the ministry full time. All right, that is going their level of personal development, specifically their spirituality. All right, like a monk or something like that. That's some people's core value. And in network marketing, that person's goal needs to line up to something that allows them to make enough money residually. They don't have to be rich, but they need to be able to retire from working for a living so they can focus on, spirituality and the ministry and things of that nature. Everybody's got a different set of core values. Another core value, okay, we talked about being rich. Another core value is going to be power. Okay, power. Some people want to be powerful. They want to be in control of things. It may not have nothing to do with being rich. Okay, it can be, some people become a cop in law enforcement because they want to feel powerful. That's not really the right motivation. You need to be wanting to protect and serve people. But some people get involved and some people have a core value of power, which can be related to the being rich or the financial security or things of that nature, but not necessarily. So there are over a dozen, okay, over a dozen core values that we see in network marketing. And I will have that entire list for you Sunday night on the call, and I will show you a quick, really, really fun exercise to identify what are your core values. If you don't know them already, we can get them in order for you because that'll become important because you'll know how to structure your goals. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, E is going to be habits. With your core values, you have to take action until it becomes a habit. This is why if the system we're talking about takes 96 hours a year to complete, you can't do that 96 hours all in one weekend or 1 week, even though you technically could. You have to spread it out the 24 minutes a day so that you create a habit. Your goals work better when you attach what Big Al calls a mini habit to help you achieve your goals. For example, if you're going to take that habit, that needs to be in your 24 hours a day. And a habit needs to be something that you can do even if you're having a bad day. I'll say that again. A habit is a proper habit to achieve a goal is something you can do even if you're having a bad day. Okay, I can always send a text message or a Facebook message, icebreaker. Even if I'm having a bad day, I can definitely talk to at least one person a day in my 24 minutes. Now, Shauna brought up a great point. She said reading and videos. Now, reading and videos cannot be a part of your 24 minutes a day. But they still have to be done. The 24 minutes a day have to be part of inviting. So, Will, how do we get that done? I'm so glad Shauna brought that up. Goals is number one. We went through A, B, C, D, and E. Now we're going to move on. We moved on to number two, which is talking about consistency over time. You have to build the habits of these things. Now we're going to move on to C. C is going to be low effort tasks. Please write that down. Low effort task. And what is a low effort task? A low effort task is going to be something where you can be listening to personal development while you're washing dishes. You can be listening to personal development while you're driving a car. You got to wash dishes or drive a car anyway. You can be listening to personal development or network marketing skills audios while you're taking a shower or while you're shaving. You can be listening to network marketing skills training while you're mowing the lawn with a big enough set of noise cancellation headphones. Okay, I've done that before. It works. There are so many low mental effort tasks, okay, that you can do. No, we had number one was goals, and A was dream, B was fight, C was color personality, D was values, and E was actions which transform into habits. So goals is all number one. Then we moved to number two, which was talking about consistency. Like you got to do it every day, 5 days a week, don't miss a week because you got to build a habit. Two is consistency. Then we went to number three, which is low effort tasks. Okay, so someone just asked that in the comments. So now we're in low effort tasks. Low effort tasks, low mental effort tasks where you don't have to think a lot. Okay, working out at the gym, driving your car, washing dishes, washing clothes, doing laundry, feeding the dog, walking the dog, all of these different low mental effort tasks, all right, are what time is not included in your 24 minutes. All right, 24 minutes are reserved from inviting and income producing activities. All right, follow-ups are rarely going to be done because if you're inviting enough, follow-ups aren't necessary. If I talk to 100 people, I don't need to follow up because at least 10 or 15 of those people are going to be joining. And any time I spend outside of my 24 minutes needs to be starting them off, starting my new distributors off right, not following up with the people who didn't keep their word about watching the video. So we do follow-ups, but we're not doing the 24-minute system. We work the business for a couple hours a day. For the people who are working the 24-minute-a-day system, they need to be focused on inviting and inviting, and getting new distributors started off right, getting products into the hands of people, retailing product, things of that nature, things that make money way more than following up, which is really trying to keep up with a person who did not see the opportunity in that moment as something they wanted to do at that moment. We'll talk more about that in a second. I think we might have to run a little bit over on the call, and I'm not happy about that. Put a 1 in the chat if we can run about 5 minutes long so I can finish this up. I don't want to carry this over until Sunday's call. We have a sole separate agenda for that. Thank y'all for that, for being understanding. If you need to hop off. We will have a recording for you, okay? So low effort tasks are what you want to take the time out of your day doing. You don't need to listen to the latest album that came out. You can do that once you're rich. You don't need to be playing video games. You can do it. And even if you are playing video games, guess what? You can still be listening. You can cut it on mute and you can still be listening to network marketing, personal development, and skills training in the background. Now, why is that very, very, very important? To make a habit of using you're brushing your teeth, you should have some audios going, okay? That's important because in success, especially for a new network marketer, they're typically missing one or two of the following. And these two things are absolutely necessary for success. Number one, to be successful in network marketing, okay? And this is low effort tasks is number three. So this is going to be number four. We're talking about number four is going to be the two things, all right, that you got to have to become successful using this system. One of those, A, so 4A, is going to be a positive success mindset of expectation. You have to have a positive success mindset of expectation. All right. You got to expect to win. You got to be positive. You got to be thinking that success is inevitable. That has to be part of your mindset. And you have, like, part of that mindset is believing in yourself, believing in the industry, believing in the business model. A lot of people don't have that mindset when they join. So part of your goal is, part of your work is, you're going to have to use the low effort task time to cultivate and build a new mindset, a positive success mindset of expectation. That's where you're going to be learning during these low mental effort tasks is when you build the mindset. You cannot use your 24 minutes a day to build the mindset. Okay. The next thing you have to have, this is number 4. This is going to be 4B, okay, is going to be a new set of skills. See, people typically do not join network marketing organizations already coming with the skills. That's very rare. They're going to lead to learn those new skills. People in the NBA got to learn a new skill. People in the NFL, you're going to go play football, you got to learn a new skill. Quarterbacks want to get to another level, they got to learn a new skill. You want to work at McDonald's, you still got to go to an orientation and learn some new skills about the proper way to flip the burger. Listen, you got to learn new skills, but you can't use your 24 minutes for that. You use your low effort time. Your low mental effort activity time is when you watch videos and listen to audios, okay, that are going to cultivate the proper mindset and the proper skill set. Now, as we wrap up, all right, this is all under number 4, the 2 things you got to have, skill set and mindset. And yes, you have to saturate your mind with information until it goes into your subconscious mind. Some mentors say you got to get the ideas and the concept and the skills from your head to your heart. Okay. Yeah, Jessica's doing it right. Listen to personal development and skill set videos while at work. It just depends on what you're doing at the time. Yeah, Gwen says she uses her low effort time. Yeah, when you're in the morning, making your coffee, getting your products together, that is when you got to be playing this personal development and stuff like that. Okay. Now, when you're working with the rep, put a big star by this. This is going to be number 5. Put a big star by this. This is very, very important. And when you're working with a new rep, and when they come to you at some point, they're going to have an issue. And I mean a genuine issue. And it is going to be because they either can't do the work of network marketing or they won't do the work of network marketing. I'm slowing down my tone and inflection because I really want to emphasize how important this next section is. Okay. Now, if they can't do the work, they cannot do the work, they have a skill set issue. More motivation and more personal development will not help them because they can't do it. They need to be doing 80% skills and 20% personal development. You know, personal development is going to be motivation, leadership, influence, things like that. Fun, you know, excited, like really getting hyped, you know. So there's a difference. If you cannot do the work of network marketing, not because you don't want to, but because you can't, you have a skill set issue and you need to be spending 80% of your low effort time, okay, getting your network marketing skills together with audios and videos and things like that, ebooks and things like that. 20% of your time can be spent on personal development. Conversely, okay, if you can do the work of network marketing and inviting people, but you won't do it, okay, giving you more techniques and skills and more leads or emails or whatever will not help, okay? You have a mindset problem. So more personal development is needed. So you need to be listening to 80% personal development and 20% skills during your low effort time, your low effort learning time, okay? So remember, if you can't do it, you can't do a bunch of invitations, 24 minutes a day, sending out Facebook messages and sending videos and getting that done. If you can't do it, it's a skill set issue. You need to learn what to say and what to do from a technique standpoint. If you could do it, but you won't, then you have a mindset problem. You're lacking motivation, and more personal development is going to be needed. So that's what you need to listen to, okay? That is understand. Now, when you're doing, so now let's move on and wrap it up. Now, when you're doing these particular invitations and recruiting and things like that, doing your 24 minutes a day, all you're looking for is, are they open? These are the only questions you want to answer or ask in theory. Are they open? Okay. Are they interested? And are they ready to take action? Another way to put that is you're looking for the right person at the right time in their life. You only got 24 minutes a day. You don't have time to try to convince somebody to take a look at a video. You need to get the Big Al Icebreakers book, listen to that Joker 60 times, and you need to learn how to call, send voice clips, text, or message. Get the book on trust and rapport, okay, color personality types, learn all of those skills. And all you're looking to do is see if they are open see if they're interested and are they ready to take action. And action can be as simple as, yes, I'll watch the video. And if I like what I see, I may join. That can be action. Okay. And it can be as simple as asking a question, messaging somebody on Facebook, hey, Will, this is Jeff. Hit me up when you got a minute. Okay, great. Jeff messages me back. All right. Hey, Will, thanks for getting back to me, man. I just had to ask you a question. I'm just curious, when it comes to making extra money, and we're going to use the word money there intentionally because it still resonates with a lot of people. When it comes to making extra money, are you married to your job or do you keep your options open? Now, Will is either going to say, yes, I keep my options open, or no, I don't, or possibly depends on what it is. Okay, so then I would ask him, hey, awesome, man, would it be okay if I sent you a short video to check out, blah, 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 blah. Would it be okay if I sent you a short video with some details about a project I'm working on? I'm working on it with some really successful people. I think it's going to make a lot of money. Would it be okay if I sent the video? Boom, invitation done. So just understand that I'm not looking for someone who, when I ask them the question, they give me what we call a non-committal response. No, I'm not really. I kind of keep my options closed. I love my job. I'm not looking to do no online stuff, or I would, man. But if it's network marketing, I don't want to do it. You just said, great, keep it moving. You don't have time in the 24 minutes to really break down and try to convince them and educate them beyond what a video could do. You want to see if they're open, see if they're interested, and see if they're ready to take action. Okay, so you're going to basically issue out the icebreaker or invitation, and then you are going to gauge the response. Are they hot, warm, or cold? Okay, we're not looking for cold. We're really not even looking for warm. But if they're ready, if they're interested, and they're ready to take action, we will work with them. And the last thing we'll say is that when you're planting seeds, some people I've approached like that, I didn't hear back from them for months, sometimes years. But they'll be watching you on social media and seeing you succeed and how great the team's doing and check up on you from time to time. And eventually, after several weeks, days, weeks, months, years, a lot of those people that you invited to take a look at the opportunity and you never even followed up with them, a lot of those people will follow up with you on their own when they're ready to get started. It's really phenomenal, okay? So that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Hopefully that made sense from a goal-setting standpoint and how you can build your business in 24 hours. 24 minutes a day, 96 hours a year. You can definitely do that. And as you become more successful and free up more free time in your schedule, you can get it up to the 2 to 4 hours a day that most professional top earning network marketers do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this recording, and I will give y'all a quick, cool announcement. Let's see trying to figure out this. There we go. Stop recording. All right.